Imagine a city of giant factories and towering mills, of cobbled streets echoing the sound of horses' hoofs, a city of rustling games and thundering smears. Imagine a time before you were born, before your grandparents were born, a time of shoulder children and lighting clothes, of blackened chimneys and feast super fogs. Imagine a hunting house, an office, a place of business, a place of trade, dim and gray, dusty and old, unabiding, gloomy and cold. Desks, ledgers, cash books, rules, pens, inkwells, candles, stools, and above the door, a faded sign. Scrooge and Marley, partners in business, partners in life. Wait a minute, isn't Marley dead? Long dead, dead as a doornail. Dead as a knocker, dead as a doormat. No joke about that. Does he know? Of course he knows. How could he not? He was the chief mourner at their funeral. The only mourner. And what was it? The sun. While he's painted out Marley's name, you'd be excused for thinking it's a mark of respect. Incorrect. Simply a matter for money. Money is all that matters to Scrooge. Is money lost? Is money lost? Money! Squeezing. Money! Grasping. Money! Clutching. Money! Grasping. Money! Grasping. Money! Grasping. Scrooge!
Sir, not today.
And it was change, sir.
Hear what they say.
Price for a cup of tea, please, sir.
Get out of my way.
Merry Christmas, Uncle. God save you.
Bah, humbug.
Christmas a humbug, Uncle? You don't mean that.
I don't mean it, but what's Christmas but a time for paying bills without money? A time for finding yourself a year older. But not now, Richard. I get my way, and every idiot who go with Merry Christmas on their lips, and who like to boil his own pudding and a steak of olive through his heart.
Uncle, but Christmas is a kind, forgivable, charitable, pleasant time. The only time at all when men and women seem by one consent to open their shut hearts freely, and to think of people below them as if they really were fellow passengers to the grave, and not another race of creatures bound on other journeys. And therefore, Uncle, though it has never put a scrap of gold or silver in my pocket, I believe that it has done me good and will do me good. And I say, God bless it.
Bah!
Don't be cross, Uncle. Come, dine with us tomorrow.
I'd rather die.
I'm sorry with all my heart. I don't know what you have against me, but I will keep my Christmas cheer to the last. So, Merry Christmas, Uncle.
Good afternoon.
And Happy New Year.
Good afternoon.
And a Merry Christmas to you, Mr. Cratchit.
And Merry Christmas to you too.
sir.
Scrooge and Medley, I believe, have had the pleasure of dressing Mr. Scrooge and Mr. Medley.
And looked addressing Mr. Marley, who, be much of pleasure, has been dead for 7 years. Come to think it, he died 7 years ago in this very night.
We have no doubt his generosity is well represented by his surviving partner.
State your business.
On this festive season of the year, Mr. Scrooge, it is customary to make some provision for the poor, the destitute who suffer greatly. Many thousands are in want of common necessities. Hundreds of thousands are in want of common comforts.
Our father trying to raise a fund to buy the poor some meat and drinks and means of war. We choose this time because it is a time of others when one is kindly rejoice. What should I put you down for?
There are no presents.
Presents of plenty.
They are. I wish I could say they were not.
Then let poor destitute go there.
Many would rather die than go there.
Then they'd better to it and decrease surplus population. It's none of my business and occupy me constantly. Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Merry Christmas.
You want the day tomorrow, I suppose.
If quite convenient, sir.
It's not convenient. It's never convenient to pay a day for no work.
It is only once a year, sir.
A pure excuse me for a man's pocket. Every 25th of December. Be early next morning.
Yes, sir. And Mary, good night, sir.
God rest ye merry gentlemen, let nothing you dismay. Remember Christ our Savior was born on Christmas Day, to save us all from Satan's power when we were gone astray. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy, comfort and joy. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy. From God our Heavenly Father, a blessed angel came, and unto certain shepherds brought tidings of the same, how that in Bethlehem was born the Son of God by name. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy, comfort and joy. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy.
No one liked Scrooge except his nephew Fred, who couldn't seem to find it in his heart to dislike anyone. But there was no one else, no one at all. No child like Scrooge, no man, no woman, not even dogs like him.
Much.
Who are you?
Ask me who I was.
All right then, who are you?
In life, I was your father, Jacob Marley.
But why do you come with me?
It's required of every man that the spirit within him should work abroad among his fellow men. And if the spirit goes not forth in life, it's condemned to do so after death. It's doomed to wander through word and witness, what it might as should on earth and turn to happiness.
But, Jacob, why are you feathered so?
I wear the chain of forgetting life. I made it link by link. You have your own chain, Ebenezer. Yours will be heavier than mine, which will remain with you for 7 more years.
Jacob, where do you travel with this chain?
I travel through 12 evermores, saying what good I could have done in my little spare life. But I've learned too late that no regret can make amends for one's life opportunity misused.
Thank you.
You will be haunted by 3 spirits, except the first tomorrow, when the bell tolls 12.
Time loses his vowel, and the Scrooge sleeps until the next night, when the clock strings at midnight. He wakes confused and disoriented. He thinks the apparition of the business partner Marley from the previous night has been all a silly dream. But once again he hears the bells ringing and the clock thinking, and with a flash of light the ghost of Christmas past appears. She is unearthly but beautiful. She wears a crown and holly, and a dim light emerges from the crown.
Are you the spirits who come foretold to me?
I am.
Who are you?
I'm the ghost of Christmas past. Your past. I am your diary, your memory, and your history.
What the light who comes from your torch?
It's the life of delight and giving. Who glows brings her when life is lived with purpose, which is me.
What brings you here?
Your welfare, your education, your salvation. Come, take my hand.
Why my old boring school? It's deserted.
Not quite. There is a solitary child, neglected by his friend, who left. All the others have gone home for Christmas. It's you, Ebenezer.
I remember every Christmas all of the children would like to go home and leave me alone with the cold and a little to eat.
To save us from Santa's power when we were gone astray. Oh, tidings and comfort and joy, comfort and joy. Oh, tidings and comfort and joy.
I wish, but it's too late now.
What's the matter?
Nothing. There was a boy singing Christmas carol last night near my doll. I should like to give him something, that's all.
Scrooge and the ghost of Christmas past move on through the life of Scrooge. He sees an old friend, Ali Baba, who had been his only comfort at Christmas time, coming every year to tell stories, keep his company, and make Christmas better. Scrooge then sees himself as a young man and recognizes him, Sister Fan.
Bless you. I have a birthday present for you, Ebenezer.
Fan, my little sister, Spirit, can you see her?
The scarf is beautiful.
I get it myself, just for you.
Thank you, Father. I will treat you. It's away.
I have another surprise for you. I have come to bring you home for Christmas, dear brother.
Home? But Father hates me. He sent me away to boarding school, and the Father never let me go home size.
But fathers are changing. He's much kinder than you used to be. You will see. I love the Ebenezer, and the new identity for you.
You're quite a woman, thank you, Father.
She was a delicate creature, Fan, with a big heart.
She had a children, no?
One child.
Your nephew, Fred, isn't he?
Oh, that's stupid. Overfull, cheerful, love-sick fool.
Why you define him so when you are young? You love who? You love he, and he adored you.
But that was before.
Before what?
Before Fan died.
You cannot blame Fred for her death.
When he was 14, he became sick. Fan took care of him night and day until her down had failed. She gave her life to save his.
And you can depend Fred for Kim died. You love him, and he adored you.
Spirit, remove me now. I have seen enough.
Enough, come. You know this way?
It's all Fizzy Week. I was a friend at here. Yo-ho, Ebenezer Dickens, no more nothing. It's my name. Yeah, always. My land. Let's never come back. All Fizzy Week was the greatest.
It's a holy small matter to make the silly flop so happy.
Small, it's not small.
But he spent only a few mortal pounds. There is a very little value in that.
It isn't that spirit. He has the power to render us happy and whose joy brings words and looks. So think is impossible to add and to count. The happiness who give is more valuable than a fortune.
What's the matter?
Nothing. I just able to say a word or two to make Claire Cratchit. That's all.
For another idol had displaced me, and if he can cheer and comfort you in time as I would have tried to do, then I have no just cause to grieve.
What idol has displaced you?
A golden one, we're committed to marriage. We're both poor and content to be until we could improve our fortune by our pension industry. We were young and one of heart. Now we're two. I release you from our commitment.
Have I so released?
Not in word, but in your desire of life. Marriage is not a business. If you were free today, you would not choose a poor girl like me. You were everything again. I relate to you, Ebenezer. With all the love I have for the man you once were, but no longer are. May you be happy in the life you have chosen.
I will.
Go after you stupid fool!
Bamba!
Humbug, humbug, humbug!
I must show you one Shandon Hall.
I'm home! No, I won't tell you what's in them. After bed with you all. I saw Mr. Scrooge today. Oh, shut up, with only one candle lit. His partner lies upon the point of death, and there he sat alone, quite alone in the world.
I feel sorry for him. He has no one.
He has had his partner, but when he dies, Mr. Scrooge will be all alone.
Only with his partner, he never truly had anyone. Marriage is so much more than just business.
He can have his money. I'd rather have you.
Spirit, remove me from this place.
There is nothing that the worst of the region might have been, is there? Belle could have been your wife, and the children could have been your children. But instead, you chose Breston, and affection and cold, your unfeeling money. You love it, but does it love you in return?
Spirit, remove me now.
am the ghost of Christmas present. Look upon me. Have you ever seen the likes of me? Have you never walked with any of my family?
I don't think I have. What lesson do you have to me?
Today we shall travel the world and visit the joys of Christmas. Touch my robe.
Spirit, what sprinkles from your torch?
Peace and goodness, kindness and goodwill, happiness and joy.
But why those who use this day to take advantage to others? In the name of the whom, this day it's to press the others, to give, to buy, to spend.
There are some upon this earth who claim to know he whom this day honors, but do their deeds of pride, passion, ill will, envy, hatred, bigotry, and selfishness. But are you really worthy of every blessing he has given you?
I cannot say that I am.
Then would it not be better to give to one who is undeserving than to be found withholding from one who is, even as he whom this day honors has done for all?
I suppose it would.
As for those who take advantage of this day for their own greed, they are not of us nor of him. Remember that. And charge their doings on themselves, not us.
I try to do so.
Follow me. We are here.
Where are we?
This is the home of your 15 shilling a week clerk. That is Mrs. Cratchit at the table, wearing a worn-out gown.
You know very well.
I come here every year.
Why do you choose to spend Christmas in a house of the men who early are so small?
The true spirit of Christmas is often more plentiful in such a home than the greatest palace, to which the true value is known here.
Scrooge looks on as the Cratchit family bustled with excitement at the humble joy. Martha, the oldest daughter, enters and enjoys the cheerful preparation of the Christmas dinner. Finally, Mr. Cratchit comes and bringing Tiny Tim, who has 2 little crutches on his leg supported by an iron frame. The boy is sickly, but has the glow of Christmas joy on his face. All the children go with excitement to greet their father. Dinner is ready and placed on the table. There is very little to eat, a small goose, a bit of pudding, and a few potatoes. But they act as if they were to eat a feast of set for kings. Everyone gathers around to give thanks to God and raise a toast.
I raise a toast to Mr. Scrooge, the founder of the feast. Mr. Scrooge, the founder of the feast, in Eden. I wish I had him here. I will give him a piece of my mind, and to feast upon, and I hope he'll have a good appetite for it.
My dear, the children, the Christmas day.
Should I drink the whole of such an odious, stranger, had ill-feeling man as a Mr. Scrooge?
My dear,
I will drink to his health for your sake, and the days not for his. Long life to him. A Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas to us all, and God bless us.
God bless us, everyone.
Spirit, tell me, Tiny Tim will live.
I see a vacant chair, a clutch without an owner. If these shadows remain unaltered by the future, the child will die.
No, no, kind of spirits, no.
What of it? If he be like to die, he better get to it and decrease the surplus population. Do you get to decide what men shall live and what men shall die? God made you no different than he made your poor, hungry brother. It may be that in the sight of heaven you are less fit to live than this poor man's crippled child.
They have enough to eat. They have so little.
On the contrary, they have far more than you.
What do you mean?
Money does not make a man rich, it only makes him wealthy. Riches come from loving and being loved. Compared to them, you are a very poor man indeed. Who do you have to love that will love you? Your money? It cares nothing for you. And happiness, it is found in the giving and not the getting. It is found in strengthening the weak, lifting the downtrodden, comforting those in sorrow and despair, and giving yourself even more of the means. But we must go on. The day is rushing on.
perfume.
Alcohol.
Is it a vegetable?
No. Is it an animal?
That it is.
It is a danceable animal.
Yes, very.
Is it a savage animal?
I will have to say yes.
Does it grow?
Yeah, sometimes.
Does it live in Africa?
No,
Asia.
no.
Europe?
Not a continent?
In England?
Yes, in England.
Is it a bird?
No.
More shade for him, Fred. I know where it is. I know where it is, Fred.
What it is then?
It's your Uncle Scrooge.
Yes! Poor Uncle Scrooge. I'll tell you, it's true. He said that Christmas will come back, and he believes it too.
More shade for him, Fred.
He's our own comical fellow. I have nothing to say against him.
You say he's very rich.
What of that, my dear? His wife is of no use to him. He does no good with it. He will even make himself comfortable with it.
I have no patience with him.
Oh, I have. I'm sorry for him. I couldn't be angry if I tried to. Who suffers by his ill wounds? Himself, always. Not only does it take it into his head to dislike us and miss out on fine dinner, but he doesn't get to see my wonderful wife. However, he has given us plenty of merriment this evening, and it would be ungrateful not to drink to his health. And so I say, to Uncle Scrooge!
Uncle Scrooge!
Thank you.
My life upon this globe is very brief. It ends tonight.
Are you the spirit yet to come? I fear you the most, but I know do me good. I hope to live another man who I was. I am prepared to learn the lesson do you have to me, and do it with a thankful heart.
The ghost of Christmas yet to come leads Scrooge to a funeral procession where a few men are graded about observing the casket as it passes by. They are unusually happy and joyful for a funeral. Scrooge moves near to listen to the men, and they speak. They talk of the man who is being burned and say that he died because his heart shrank away. But he has wealthy man, but indeed a heartless man with no one to mourn his passing. Scrooge is confused and asks the spirit who is dead, but he receives no answer, and the spirit carries him on. They now look into a small pawn shop where two women have come with bustles of gods.
I will buy all that you bring.
No one will know but by to everyone do them myself. I always dead.
You're right. Besides, you will be the wizard.
Shirts, secret bolt, boots, not bad, and leather.
And look what else I have.
Better curtains, you didn't take them.
He didn't seem to mind.
I also have this old scarf.
My scarf!
I have a news.
Good or bad?
I have it's a hope.
If he relentlessly gives us time to pay our debt, there is a hope.
It is past relating. He's dead.
Oh, what wonderful news! That was very wrong to say. I pray for forgiveness, but I cannot but have a lighter heart.
You can sleep tonight, my dear.
And he took a child and set him in the middle of them, and said to them, excited ye because as a little child ye shall is no was enter into the kingdom of heaven.
The light hurt my eyes. I would want to show we high to your father when he comes home. He should be her any minute. It's late, but he was stroller now without Teeny Tim on his shoulder.
I'm home, sorry I'm late. I stopped by the cemetery. I wish you could have gone. I would have done. You got to see how green place it is now, but you see it often.
Yes, my dear children, however and wherever we part from one another, let us never forget our Tiny Tim.
Never, Mother. He was so patient and mild. It was only a little child. Let him remind us never to quarrel among our reserves. His sweet spirit, his childish essence was from God.
Before I drew near to that stone, to which you point, answer me one question. Are these shadows of things that will be, or things that may be? I know now that a man's course of life will foreshadow certain ends. But if that course be departed from will and not change, Spirit, hear me. I am not the man I was. I have learned my lessons. I will honor Christmas in my heart, and will keep its spirits and the year long. I will honor Christmas. I will honor Christmas. I will honor. It's my own bed. I will lie. It's today, but what is today?
Today is Christmas.
It's Christmas. You all open it in a night. It's wonderful.
Why, yes, it is.
Go to buy a turkey seal to 210 Camden Road, to house of Bob Cratchit. And if you see Tiny Tim, tell me. Then let get some money. This is for the turkey still, and this is for the cat.
Thank you, sir. Right away, sir.
Scrooge begins to see one by one each of the person he had scorned or treated wrongfully, and he takes the opportunity to make amends. He turned and ran into a child he had seen caroling, and they stopped singing out of fear. He wished them a Merry Christmas and started singing the carol. They are surprised, but they join in with him. When they finish, he gives them old coins, then thank him and run off. He then sees the two men who had come to him for a donation.
Merry Christmas,
Mrs. Scrooge?
I wish to do a donation. How about 50 guineas? No, 100 guineas. No, that we never do. How about...
Lord bless me, Mrs. Scrooge, are you serious?
Not fair glass.
I don't know what to say to such generosity.
Don't say anything. That we see me.
We will.
Merry Christmas. Nephew.
Yes, Uncle Scrooge.
Merry Christmas. I have a present for you. My scarf. I donated to you.
Thank you, Uncle. You couldn't have given me a greater gift. I shall treasure you always.
And I have a question. Dinner still open?
Of course, Uncle Scrooge.
And what a wonderful party it was. Nothing could be harder. Wonderful party, wonderful games, wonderful food, and wonderful happiness.
I'm not going to stand this sort of thing any longer, and therefore I'm going to raise your salary, and I will try to help his stocking family. We will discuss it over lunch. Now, make up the fire and let's warm it up there.
Scrooge was better than his word. He did it infinitely more. He became as a good friend, as a good man as the old city knew. And to Tiny Tim, who did not die, he became a second father. Scrooge had no father direct dealings with spirits, but kept their lesson in his heart. But there was one thing that always bothered him.
Marley, my friend, I don't know where you are, but I wish you could hear me now. What you did for me, I will ever know. In your death you taught me how to live. I learned that truly living is not found in what we can get, but in what we can give. Happiness cannot be found in seeking for it for ourselves. As I have sought to make others happy, I have found true happiness. Come back to me tenfold. Perhaps I will still have chains to wear, for a man can never fully undo this past, and there were many things I should have done and did not. I do not dwell on the past, other than to learn from it, but I have learned to live in the present and to look the future. I now enjoy days I have hoped many more lie ahead. Jacob, you have given me more than I can ever repay, because you have helped me learn to love, to share, and to really live and enjoy life. I don't know if one man can atone for another, but if I can willingly take your chains upon myself, that you might go free, and I know do gladly, and as gratitude for what you have given me.
Ebenezer, I too wish you could hear me, for it's possible for one man to atone for another, and in fact, Christmas is all about one man who did that, not just for one, but for all. As you have lived a new life, I too have experienced it through you. As your heart has changed, so has mine. And as it did, the chains that bound me, and my heart fell away, link by link and yard by yard. And now we are both free, Ebenezer.
Thank you, Jacob, my friend.
Thank you, Ebenezer, my friend.
Are you ready to go to the church?
Yes, Lady, I'm ready. Let's be off.
And may God bless us, everyone.
He already has Steve. He already has.